Hey guys, welcome to my legal classes. This is Ganesh Pujari, and in my previous class we were discussing about analytical school of jurisprudence. Now, analytical school was all about the power of sovereign to sanction punishment. Now, it was being criticized by all the other schools because it neglected every other school other than giving power to the sovereign or legislature. Now, if that was being criticized, let us see how strong is historical school of jurisprudence in my this session. Throughout the presentation, you are going to see some busy slides because I have covered complete notes requirement for this topic, and all that you need to do is take screenshot throughout the video. Now, for the scholars who are discussing the historical school of jurisprudence, the basis of law is history, custom, tradition, religion and habits. Unlike the analytical school of jurisprudence who gave lot of authority to the sovereign to make legislature, here the importance has gone to the people. Laws are made by the people for the people. And what is sovereign then? Sovereign is just an implementing authority of already existing law. That is what historical school of jurisprudence believes. And they say more than a legislature, a lawyer contributes in making law. That is what they believe. And laws are grown along with the civilization. That's what they think. As their theory is mostly connected with the life of the people, their thoughts are going along with the sociological school of jurisprudence. That match you can see here and there. Now, who are the important authors or scholars? Savigny, Montesquieu, Sir Henry Maine, George Frederick Puchta and Friedman. Now, I have discussed about all these authors in my future slides, but not about Montesquieu because he told laws are the creation of climate, local situations and accident or imposture. He told this, but he has not elaborated too much on this, so I am not making any individual slide on Montesquieu. For others, let's go forward. The founder of historical school of jurisprudence is Friedrich Savigny. Savigny is from Germany, and during his days, Germany was divided into different states and all of those states had their own independent laws. But Savigny always dreamt of national character of laws. That means one nation, one law. Now, his theory is famously known as Vogt's theory, which means people's consciousness or will theory. Now, he said law is the product of the general consciousness of the people. How are the people contributing in making laws? Through their traditions, through their habits, through their practice and through their belief they are contributing in making laws. That is what Savigny felt. But there are three major criticisms against Savigny's theory. First one, criticisms against Vogt's theory. For example, Indian laws are not the result of Vogt's or people's will. It is the copy-paste of England law. We just adopted many of the England law. So this is not going along with the Vogt's theory or people's will theory. Second criticism is coming from Charles Allen. Charles Allen says maybe few of the customs are the output of the will of only rich people. For example, slavery. Slavery was not the will of all the people. The rich people wanted few people to serve them, so they brought the system of slavery. That is the second criticism. And third criticism is coming from Professor Stone. He said few of the customs are not good and legislature has to improve them. For example, in India we had sati system which we had to remove because it was not morally right. There was no opportunity for widow remarriage, but we brought in because that was required. There was a practice of child marriage. We had to remove. Like few customs are not good. These are the important criticisms against Savigny's theory. The second important scholar or author is Friedman. I am bringing him immediately after Savigny because he is just flowing along with Savigny's theory, and he said laws are the results of customs. We cannot invent any laws because laws are discovered. We cannot make it like an object. And he says laws are like language. It grown over a period of time and it can change from place to place. There is no requirement that laws are universal. It can be changed from place to place according to the customs, traditions, habit of the people, and that is what Friedman thinks. The next important author is Sir Henry Maine, who is also considered as father of ancient comparative jurisprudence. He divided the progression of law into four different stages, and he says in the first stage, judgment of king is considered as judgment of God, which is also known as divine inspiration theory. That means king is giving judgment with the influence or inspiration by the God. That's what he says in the first stage. In the second stage, what happened? King started giving repeated such judgment and those became customary law. In the third stage, the knowledge and administration of customs goes into the hands of minority, and the ruler is superseded by a minority who obtain control over the law. And in the fourth stage, such laws were codified and promulgated. That's what he says in 4 stages of progression of law. He says after 4 stages, there are 2 types of society. One is static society, the other one is progressive society. Static society is those society which has not progressed after the 4th stage, and progressive societies are those societies which further progressed on laws because of the legal fictions or equity or the legislations which came into place. So this is all about Maynes theory. What if there is a conflict between individual will versus general will? Puchta says that is when state came into existence. That means to sort out the conflict between individual will versus general will, state came into existence. The main concept of Puchta is neither the people nor the state alone can make and formulate laws. Both state and individuals are the source of law. That is what he thinks, and he improved the views of Savigny and made them more logical. This is all about Puchta. With that, I am concluding this session. My next session will be on the philosophical school or natural school of jurisprudence. Please subscribe my channel. Please like, share and comment my videos, and please press bell icon for the purpose of getting notification on my future classes. All the very best for your exams, and thank you so much for watching me.